About to start.
All right.
Hey guys, it's me, ZG again. I hope you guys enjoyed my Mega Man 1 run of the game. And now I'm venturing into Mega Man 2 territory. This will also be zipless. Now, before I get started, I want you guys to hear this lovely intro to this game. And then we'll get started. This game is really jamming, though, right?
This game has a lot of jams, a lot of cat jams. We're gonna be jamming a lot in this run here, ZG.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna as soon as I hit start on normal, the run will begin, and Nate Torres will take over from there while I keep myself muted. All right, guys. And three. Well, I'm gonna let the intro song finish, which will be in a bit. All right. I'm gonna get started now. 3, 2, 1, go. Take it away, Nate.
Alrighty, folks. So we're gonna go right back into Mega Man here. We're gonna start with Flashman. With normal zipless, you can change between either normal or difficult. We're gonna be doing the normal zipless category here. Another good cat jam, Flashman. So with Flashman, what we're going to be doing is trying to get kind of some of these Robo Masters, trying to get the item abilities. So actually, Flashman has one of the item abilities that we are going to take advantage of in the later stages here. CG working really nice. Taking some hits totally on purpose, totally intentional, just to kind of move through, trying to clear through this stage just as quick and as efficient as possible. And these kind of meta G.I. Joe guys, they actually take quite a bit of hits if you actually run through their body, and they actually do shoot as well too. So we're now approaching Flashman, which we're going to use the Buster on Flashman here, and we'll see on how ZG does with it. Very nice, and actually Flashman didn't use his ability, the Flash Stopper, which made really nice work of it, and went through Flashman pretty well. Now, in between each of these Robo Masters, you get to see the ability on each, what each Robot Master has, unlike Mega Man 1. Mega Man 1 really didn't tell you what you kind of got, other than you just saw the Robo Master and you just defeated it. So we got the Flash Stopper from Flashman, but we're also picking up Item 3 as well too, which Item 3 is kind of a platform that can kind of grab onto walls and kind of climb up and down, which we won't use it necessarily for Airman, but we'll definitely use it later in the stages here too. So ZG's heading on over to Airman stage. Next, he's going to take advantage of actually using Flashman's ability, the Flash Stopper. He's going to be freezing kind of things in place here without them moving, kind of just as a just stopping time, which is kind of nice. instead of hopping through all those little sections and kind of shooting up things, just moving it through pretty quickly, very efficiently. Another jam tune. I know many folks, they think Mega Man 2 is actually probably one of the best OSTs. I think it's definitely in one of my top playlists for sure in video game soundtracks. Kind of shooting these eggs, these birds we're kind of carrying. The nice thing is trying to shoot those before they drop. The egg, if the egg kind of breaks there, a bunch of these little small baby birds will kind of come popping out. Can actually make quite a bit of lag, and just kind of make it a little bit unpleasant. Yeah, but ZG kind of shooting some little pellets up there. It's kind of those little birds kind of just displaying a little bit of that. Those guys attached to the fans, they actually blow you to the left, so it kind of gives you some extra resistance, so it actually slows Mega Man down. And now we're approaching Airman here, which we're going to use the Buster as well. Just kind of shooting through Airman pretty quick. Airman now completed, very nice. So with defeating of Airman, ZG is actually going to be getting the Air Shooter, which is Airman's special ability that kind of shoots little small tornadoes and kind of spreads them out. But you'll see that, you know, occasionally on the run, but also you'll pick up item 2, which some folks will actually call it a sled. So it actually kind of moves Mega Man, you know, just kind of straight like a sled, kind of going from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. Alright, so the next Robot Master we're going to be facing is Quick Man here. This stage is actually pretty challenging, like especially if you're playing this casually, or growing up as a kid. This section, my brother and I always had a hard time with this section just because of these beams kind of coming from the left and right hand side. If Mega Man actually touches it, it's instant death. So ZG making pretty nice work out of it. I know I was always nervous, like as a kid. I was just like, I need to use kind of that flash stopper. Like I'm just a little nervous, so ZG doing really good, kind of navigating through, and more of these laser beams kind of firing from each side. Very nice. Very good. Didn't even use the flash stopper there, so didn't even need the training wheels. Very nice job there. Kind of clicking through that. So taking some intentional hits with kind of these Meta Joes here, just so he doesn't have to, just so he can kind of cruise through that section without taking more hits than he needs to. Now, Quick Man, definitely is quick. He uses Quick Boomerang, and it just kind of shoots like a boomerang. Did very well on that Robot Master, so GG's on that. That was a really good boss fight right there. So with Quick Man, you're going to receive the Quick Boomerang, which we'll kind of use actually for our next Robo Master that we're going to be approaching too. Which is Metal Man. Again, another really good Cat Jam song. So I don't blame chat dancing throughout this whole run. ZG picking up an E-Tank, which is a really good safe strat, just to have just that extra cushion for Mega Man with his health. And ZG actually switching on over to item 2, going through kind of the screw section here very well without taking any damage. Taking advantage of that using the flash stopper as well. So switch over to item 2, which will be your first time actually seeing any of these item abilities. Again, kind of this item 2 is a sled that kind of Mega Man can ride on and kind of cruise through a screen, which that can be pretty efficient, especially in a speedrun setting. So using item 2 here, avoiding all the enemies down below, which is really nice. And ZG switching on over to quick boomerang, quick man's ability here as he's approaching Metal Man stage. And this is actually a pretty neat ability. ZG's actually going to be holding, kind of staying in one little section without Metal Man kind of going, kind of throwing metal blades all around. Makes really quick work of Metal Man there. Good job. Now, with defeating of Metal Man, we will get Metal Blade, which we will be using that plenty in this run. It's actually a super powerful weapon, so we're going to take total advantage of it with Bubble Man, which that is the next Robo Master we're going to be facing. One of my personal favorite songs in this game. But we're actually going to use item 2 here, to kind of move through kind of this section here. Very nice, without having to go through those frogs and everything. So yeah, folks, get that. Folks, get your cat jams out. This song is definitely a spicy one. So ZG switching to Metal Blade. It's going to be using Metal Blade, kind of destroying some of these Robos. Ooh, it gets a 1-up, which is pretty nice there. So these enemies kind of making quick work and quick, kind of cruising through the screen really nicely. So, and then this section, you got some of these spikes here. You want to be really careful not to take any hits onto those. Those are actually instant deaths. ZG doing really good, kind of clearing through that without taking a hit there. Very good. Alright, and we're approaching kind of the end of Bubble Man, but now we just got some of these lobsters. So we got Carl the Crab and a bunch of his family, including Rod, kind of clearing through them. Now, Bubble Man is weak against Metal Blade here, so we're going to take advantage of using Metal Blade with Bubble Man. Yep, and 4 little Metal Blades, and Bubble Man's completed. Now, with Bubble Man, you'll get the ability of Bubble Lead or Lead, which will kind of, you can actually use it multiple different ways. You can actually use it to, obviously, defeat enemies, but also it can actually show you if there's any kind of false platforms. It'll actually move and kind of show you some false platforms, which is kind of a neat additional ability that you can kind of use in some of the stages that have some kind of hidden traps that they look like a platform, but it's actually a false platform. So we're now on Heat Man, which Heat Man is actually another good Cat Jam song. So ZG is going to take advantage of kind of using some of these item strats. So again, kind of using item 2 right there. Again, a very useful ability to kind of help you cruise through these stages. Very nice. I'm going to do that pretty well here. Alright, so we have those Yoku blocks that you kind of saw in first Mega Man, so we're actually going to move past through them and actually just use our item 2 sled here. And just had enough just to kind of clear through that section without having to go into that pit, which that can be pretty tricky. You can do a little bit of a pause strat, which you might have saw a little briefly in Airman, but you really, especially if you feel like you can just need that couple extra inches just to get to the section that you need to, you can actually hit the start button and then actually can move Mega Man a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. So. And making quick work of Heatman there, using the bubble lead. So you'll see at the end of Heatman, what we are going to get is the Atomic Fire. Not only with the Atomic Fire that we're going to get from Heatman, we're actually going to get our last item. We're going to get item 1, which is just kind of a floating platform that we're going to be using, especially as we're getting kind of into the latter part of the stages and into Dr. Wily's stages. We're going to be taking advantage of using item 1 as well. So there won't be any more items that we're gonna have to pick up. We got all 3 of our items, so we only have 2 more Robo Masters left. We're gonna first go through Woodman. Again, another great song, another banger. I think this whole soundtrack, all these songs are great songs. I don't think there's one bad song in this whole game. All the great jams. Now we're actually going to be using Atomic Fire here. Atomic Fire, you can actually hold the A button and it actually leads a charge, and you can hear the different pitches as Mega Man charges. It actually makes the fire shot quite strong. So ZG using the Flash Chopper right here. There are these Robo Dogs that you saw briefly. Using the Flash Chopper before you get to the second screen, it actually cancels them, so you actually don't need to go through, you don't need to actually fight all those Robo Dogs, which is actually really nice. Alright, now we're going to be seeing some monkeys, so got some monkeys kind of climbing up on these tree branches here, and then a couple of these birds kind of dropping their eggs. CG making really nice work clearing through that section. And then he's hopping over these bunnies, which actually it's pretty tricky being able to hop over these bunnies without taking a bonk, so being able to get through those 2 bunnies pretty well. 2 out of 3 is really good. Again, he's going to kind of take advantage of this sled and just move away from these Robo Chickens. So you don't have to go through any of those Robo Chickens, which is really nice. So I'm going to be switching on over to Heat for Woodman. You can use Airman if you want. Heatman's kind of a nice little strat. Again, ZG's going to be charging the Atomic Fire. And just 1 shot and done. And Woodman's defeated. Alright, so with Woodman, what we're going to be getting is Leaf Shield, which is a pretty nice strat that you kind of saw with Leaf Man, kind of using it as a barrier so nothing can kind of hit just the outside forces protecting Mega Man. So now we're in the last Robo Master's Crash Man, or Clash Man, in the Famicom version here. So, and this section is pretty tricky. So ZG playing a little safe, taking some intentional hits just to kind of move through iframes with some of these guys. And he's going to be using some of the item strats here. This section, it has kind of like this kind of roller coaster section without having to ride through all these roller coasters. CG is going to take advantage of item 2 and item 1 here. Again, this first time seeing item 1, it's kind of this platform that kind of propels you slowly up temporarily to make kind of a little temporary platform, so Mega Man can navigate through stages pretty well. This stage really likes their ladders, as you can see. And you're going to see a big ladder right here. So that's actually this is the first time that we're going to be seeing item 3. Again, it kind of grabs onto a wall and kind of slowly kind of climbs up, kind of like almost like a spider, kind of climbing up a spout. So Mega Man can like land on it and then kind of do a little jump and a little boost. And what you'll actually see between these screen transitions that ZG did a little bit earlier, Mega Man can do a little bit of kind of a boost, a little bit of a platform boost to kind of boost himself a little bit further in the screen than towards the bottom. If Mega Man grabs onto the ladder beyond the screen, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little speedrun strat. So Crash Man's weak against air. Getting 2 shots is pretty good, pretty quick Crash Man fight there. With Crash Man, he uses Crash Bomber, which is kind of these kind of landmines that explode within a certain period of time. So you can attach them to walls, you can attach them to enemies. It's pretty nice. So now that all the Robo Masters are completed, we're heading to Wily. Again, check out those eyebrows. Those eyebrows. Best eyebrows in all the Mega Mans. Now, I don't know about you, but I think a lot of people are very familiar with this song. So everybody, get your cat jams out, get your Sour Pluses on, get your jams out. This song is a banger. I'm gonna let you listen to this. So ZG is taking advantage of item 2 here, kind of cruising through this section without having to take any slowdowns and strats and whatnot. Using item 3 to climb up this wall really nicely. And ZG doing that nice little kind of boost with the ladders that you can kind of see. So kind of jumping through the screen and then just making a nice little boost. Again, kind of helps Mega Man out. Just get a few seconds to make things a little bit quicker. Then now using an M1 to climb up this section here. Now, for folks that are light sensitive, have like epileptic seizures, or kind of are light sensitive with flashing lights, these bosses do contain a lot of flashing lights, so kind of please be aware with these sections with these Robo Masters. So ZG is going to be using Quick Man on this Meta Dragon here. So some folks will do Buster, some folks will do Quick. I do Quick personally, personal preference. And be aware of flashing lights, folks. And making quick work of Wily 1. Alright, so if you really liked Wily 1's theme, you're gonna hear it again, because it is the same song for Wily 2. And we're gonna take advantage of our items that we've gotten in the previous RoboMasters. We're gonna use item 2 to kind of go through kind of this, these spikes down below here. CG grabbing onto that wall really nice. To grab this E-Tank, very good, and then you're gonna grab this 1-up, which is nice, and get a little bit of an energy refill. We're gonna switch to Flash, the Flash Stopper here. It's actually gonna flash this section, which this section actually has those screws that we've seen in Metal Man, so you can actually see them right at the very end there. So doesn't have to worry about having to shoot through all those, which is really nice. Using item 1 to kind of move away through kind of these sections here. With those cranes, taking a hit on the chain actually takes a lot less damage than taking a hit on the body of the chain. I think it's takes 4 damage compared to 8 or 10 damage that you normally take. So with, again, folks that are light sensitive, again, this is going to get kind of flashy. ZG is going to take advantage of using Metal Blade to beat Wily 2 these kind of blocks. They are in a set pattern. However, they do speed up as you go further into it, so this is definitely not easy. Very nice clearing through Wily 2 there. Alright, so now we're going to head to Wily 3. Music changes a little bit, so sorry folks that really enjoyed Wily 1 and Wily 2 song. You're not going to hear that anymore. Kind of make it deeper into the Wily stages. We're going to kind of go into this water section here. And let's take a peek. Let's see if we're going to get any fishes that spawn. We got 1 fish. Are we going to get a second fish? Oh, we get 2 fishes here. Very nice. Sometimes those fish will pop out, sometimes they won't. It really depends. So we got our Dr. Seuss for the day with the 1 fish, 2 fish. So again, we want to be kind of careful with these little spikes here. Again, they can be instant death. ZG's actually not gonna. ZG has quick boomerang, which he's gonna be using that for the Wily fight, which you might have saw earlier with it is actually Guts Man, but kind of like as like a diesel truck here. So making quick work of doing it in a 3 cycle, 3 jumps, clearing Guts Man right there. Very nice. Alright, now we are approaching Wily 4, which a lot of people call it different things. They call it Purple Heck, Purple Hell, you know, all these different words. This is a pretty tough stage, so ZG's going to stock up a lot on items, with different items to kind of cruise through this stage, but also being on the safe side as well, too. Taking some personal hits here, and then again using item 3 to kind of boost himself through these ladders. I'm just kind of giving himself a little bit of a boost. So in kind of this section here, there is some false floors, which for playing casually, you can actually use Bubble Man's ability to kind of see where exactly these false floors are, which is a nice little strat. So going through this section, you can kind of go through kind of the roller coaster that you've seen in Crash Man, or we're actually going to kind of take advantage of kind of some of these enemies and taking an intentional hit and then using some of the item strats. So ZG using item 3, which is really nice. Going to be switching to item 1 here in this section. Going to take a intentional hit there, avoiding kind of the spikes. Very nice, very good clear on that. And then switching on over to item 2, the sled, kind of sliding through this section really well. Going to be using Quickman's ability, the quick boomerang, to kind of clear through these these Joes here. Alright, so now we're approaching Wily for the beam room, which it's kind of a puzzle. So what ZG's going to be using is a lot of these item strats, but you have to destroy the beams here using Crash Bomb. And you have a select number of Crash Bombs, so that is the only weapon that these things are actually, that they can take, so. ZG getting kind of low on health, taking advantage of that E-Tank that he grabbed earlier, which is a good, safe way to be safe and sorry. Especially when trying to come back to this room, it can be pretty tricky because these beams will come back and you have to destroy all these beams again. The nice thing is, though, casually, where these green blocks are, those will come. Those won't reappear unless you game overed, which is really nice. But clearing Wily 4 very well, first try. Can take a little bit of a sigh of relief. So we only have 2 more Wily stages till the end of the game. What we're going to be doing is actually we're going to revisit all the RoboMasters. So we're in the boss refight section here. So ZG going to go first to Quickman here, giving us a high pattern here. And ZG using the Buster. Some folks will use Flash Stopper. A lot of times, it's the speedrun, it's just quicker just using Buster. And then ZG heading to Crash Man using the air shooter. And quick work, and each of these RoboMasters actually gives you a little bit of a refill. So if you're low on health, you can actually refill a little bit on health, which is nice. Revisiting air here. Able to clear him without Airman jumping to the other section, which is really quick. ZG switching to Bubble onto head to Heatman here. And then ZG using Heat and heading back to Wood, man. And charging up that atomic fire. Doing a one-shot there. And now he's going to switch to Metal Blade. He's going to first hit to Bubble Man that we saw earlier. And now he's going to keep with Metal. Against Metal. Now how hard is that? Oh, one shot he's done. That was really hard. And then finishing up with Flashman here, using Metal Blade. ZG's gonna heal up, because after all these RoboMasters, he's gonna face the Wily Machine, which again, the Wily Machine has 2 forms. He's gonna use Metal Blade, it looks like, just kinda trying to get the first form, mashing his way through. Second form here. Making very nice work. And we are through Wily 5. Last section, Wily escaped, so we're going to figure out where Wily is. Got our last section. Now this is a cat jam. Everybody get chicken jams out. You know, every library likes this jam. You'll love to hear. Oh, there's Wily. But he's actually an alien. So ZG is going to be using Bubble Man's ability to go through this alien. I think part of it is, I guess the alien has gills. But ZG being careful not to hug the alien. If you take a hit on the alien, it actually is quite a bit. And that is time. And 33-36. GG's on that, ZG. Excellent. Everybody get GG's out. GG's there, ZG.
Thank you very much, Nate. Thank you guys for the GG's. Oh, that run went much better than the first game, right? No deaths.
Deathless run. Gotta love to see it.
Oh my god. So guys, it's been fun performing in front of you all for these first two Mega Man games. I also do run Mega Man 3 and 5, but I'm going to leave it off to another runner who will take care of Mega Man 3. And there are just a lot more stuff to watch tonight in this lovely Mega Man block. So I want to thank Natorius for commentating my runs today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, ZG. Thank you so much, Retro Gaming Live, for this great event, Retrothon.
All right. You guys take care. It was good performing in front of you all, and we're gonna head it over to Great Dijon, who's going to be tackling Mega Man 3. You guys enjoy yourselves, have a good night, and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Take care, everyone.